LiveHipHopDaily.tv. What's up, everybody? We back. Cash Color Campus Podcast, a high level of conversation. I got my man Joshua Brown in the building. Josh, what's good, man?
Hey, what's going on?
All right, man. So I brought you on because I know you have a dope clothing brand coming out. You also have a lot of other things that you do. So I was like, let's introduce the crowd to some other stuff. You know what I mean? We don't always just talk cannabis. So talk to me about the line. Talk to me about the Big October. Like, what is the concept behind the Big October?
First, basically, I wanted to create a brand that was memorable and something that I feel like was going to become really big.
Mm-hmm.
And, I wanted it to also represent who I was as a person. And me, I was born, obviously, during the month of October. And this was 2010, back when I created the brand. And I felt like, okay, I'm born in October, October, I think it's going to be a big month one day. Like, I don't know. Maybe I can make it something big. And, here we are 6 years later, you have the Red October, Woptober, all these Octobers. A3C is in October.
Yep.
Did I do that?
Josh said, "Put me."
Is that me? Did I inspire you? I don't know.
That's what's up, man.
I think I need credit.
I think you need. You know what? Claim that. Claim that. You don't need credit. Hey, Josh deserves credit.
Yeah. So, witnesses. I have YouTube videos. That have dates. So I'm not lying.
Hey, we might have to do a bigger investigation of this. Did Gucci Mane, A3C, and Kanye did Red October? Did we all steal that idea from Joshua Brown? Are you about to go Google that?
I think they should, man.
That's what's up, man. Well, I know you say you actually are partnered up in this brand, correct?
Correct. Shouts out to the CFO Sekou Toure.
Okay.
And basically, he was born in October also, and I was just telling him like,
dun dun dun.
Hey, you want to be in, the Big October, and he's like, all right, yeah, I'll go half. See, we go half every time now. Shouts out to Sekou. That's
what's up, man. That's what it is. So, as far as the design, do you do the designs yourself? 'Cause I know you're also an artist.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a graphic designer. I do everything in-house, the graphic design, the film, the photography. I book the models, style them, the designing, of course. Even more when it comes to the hats. I'm versatile with whatever, I come out with. So be on the lookout for women's gear coming this spring.
All right, what's available right now? Like, and also, where can they actually go check out some of your stuff?
What's available right now is the dad hats. Now, these are exclusive because they're the first edition dad hats. Mind you, I said the brand started in 2010. This is the first year we came out with dad hats. So, if you buy one online, it's gonna be exclusive. So that's what's out right now.
All right, that's what it is. So and where could they go? Where could they go find that at?
TheBigOctober.com.
All right, TheBigOctober.com. All right, so I know you came through the show through IG actually. You know what I'm saying? And when I was on your page, I saw that you actually had a ton of art going on. Like, what's that? You have an art. I know you say you do graphic design. Speak to me about your background in that.
Basically, I've been doing graphic design since 2008, and by doing that, I just learned a whole lot. Thank you, YouTube, for tutorials, and also, thanks to my uncle, for introducing me to art when I was younger, and I kind of just went with it, and I fell in love with it. And I just became, a graphic designer, and from graphic design, that's when I started to design T-shirts. And I was selling shirts in high school, when I was younger, to students. I used to get fabric paint from Walmart and paint on the shirts and then just sell them. Asians, whites, blacks, it didn't matter. Everybody wanted one. And
everybody gets some.
If they didn't, I just say, I'll put your custom name on the shirt. how's that sound to you, and just sell it. So,
That's what's up.
Now I'm digital. I just send the artwork to the manufacturer and they print it.
So who are some of your influences? Or do you have any influences as far as fashion or even art?
Well, my number one influence is my uncle. Basically, he took me in. Was like, look, I see you're doing art. Stick with it, because a lot of people are gonna quit and just give up on their dream. I was in 7th grade when he told me that, and I was thinking like, dang, like what is he? Why would they give up? I don't understand that. You're telling me all these nerdy Asian kids that can draw are gonna give up, and I could not comprehend that. But now I see it's like they all gave up, but I'm still here doing the same thing.
Hey man, it was meant to be, man. It's something about October.
Yeah, it's big. It's pretty big.
Something about October, man. So, when you look at fashion right now, I see a lot of lines. A lot of brands are being, well, a lot of their reps are hip hop, So you're seeing a lot of rappers kind of rep brands and kind of, how can I say this? A lot of them are kind of fueling the fire for a lot of these brands. You see what I'm saying? Like, do you feel like fashion and fashion lines are kind of putting too much of influence in the hands of rappers and not enough in the hands of the people? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of stuff I'm seeing is getting super redundant as far as some of the looks I'm seeing, some of the designs you're seeing. So do you feel like and I feel like a lot of that does have to do with the fact that you're seeing one person in particular, like you might see a rapper wearing a certain type of hat or certain type of shirt, and before you know it, every new design you see is gonna look the exact same. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you feel like we put too much of an importance on having artists like that trying to rep your brand, and it does that in any way kind of I guess stop the creativity that in fashion?
Well, I mean, the reason why they do it is because of the marketing, tactic behind it. If I give this shirt to Rihanna, and she wears it, everybody's gonna start wearing it.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why they do it, and it actually does dictate how we all look at the end of the day. Well, like back in 04, 05, we were all wearing throwback jerseys. And Girbaud jeans, and that's because of the image, that they put out there.
Yeah, you're right.
Subliminally, it comes to our minds, and it's just like, okay, if she's doing this, these women out here are gonna be looking like that too. And we kind of know, all right, if he's wearing this, Kanye West with the ripped holes, in the shirt, we're all gonna be wearing shirts like that. So, they do that. I think that's a smart tactic, but at the same time, I feel like not all brands will do that. Some brands like Adidas Originals, they'll go, to like East Atlanta and actually get influence, from East Atlanta.
Yeah.
And
yeah. Sweet.
And like hashtag submissions for Adidas Originals, they allow people to put their street style photos up, and they do bring in people from I want to say like the streets, from the streets of fashion, and they allow them to become corporate. Some brands do, some brands don't.
That's what it is. Well, Atlanta has a really vibrant art scene. You know what I'm saying? Definitely when it comes to the clothing and when it comes to the, just visual arts, when it comes to photos, all that. Does any of that influence what you do?
Right now, I mean, not the designs or anything like that, but the operation. Like, okay, back in like 2010, I was really like studying how Chilio was moving, throughout the city. And I was just thinking like, okay, his stuff's in this store. So if Chilio's from Atlanta and his stuff's in this store, I wonder what he did, to get shirts in the store. So I kind of just thought, I was just thinking like, okay, well, let me tweet him or whatever. And he kind of just told me like, hey, just go speak to the store manager and give him a line sheet, and then I went to the store manager, talked to him, and he ended up putting the clothes in his store up at Perimeter Mall. The store was called Attach back in 2010. And yeah, man, like Atlanta definitely, they haven't influenced me design wise, but the hustle and the tactics that everyone uses, to succeed as an entrepreneur, they really have taught me that.
That's what's up, man. Chilio a legend, man. He's a legend out here. So
I went to college in Chilio at Norfolk State University, NSU.
say word.
Yeah.
I ain't know.
Yeah, shouts out Chilio.
You never told me that.
I went to Norfolk State also with Chilio. I know who he is. I was like, oh shit. When I was like, oh shit. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's a small world out here. Herb know everybody, man. So how you feel like some of the where do you see fashion trending in this year and going into maybe even next year? Like, where do you see some trends jumping off, or what do you see trending?
Right now, basically, I want to say something new. Spray paint.
You see spray paint coming?
Ooh, yeah, spray paint. But more like airbrush designs. Yeah, the throwback 90s.
I was gonna
airbrush.
say that's going back. Like, I remember back in the day, I had my homeboy Marcus at the time. He called himself being able to spray, spray paint. I was like, yo, I want you to put the Orlando Magics, the Boston Celtics. I want the Bulls. I want all these logos on my jeans I had got. He's supposed to tag it up. Why this dude not know what he doing? He tagged it up. He messed it up. He called himself saying, yo, let me get some bleach. It's gonna clean it out. So I'm like, all right, cool. Next thing you know, you got the jeans ripped up and soaked out, spotted all up. Matter of fact, it was another fashion statement. I didn't know at the time. I should have kept them. You know what I'm saying? I tossed them, had to. So you see the paint coming back.
Yeah, Off-White actually just they saw it, so they already started. So that's
Off-White is massive. Like, I'm
Yeah.
just now catching up to what with the Virgil Abloh.
Yeah.
What he's doing over there. He's gonna be at with the Roots Fest this year.
right.
Yeah, he major brand. So
Yeah.
you say they starting it off already?
Well, I mean, you could easily see that people in the streets were already, doing it, and then they're like, oh, okay. They kind of just took that and brought it, and once Off-White starts to market it more, I feel like a lot of brands are gonna jack it, and take it like how when Ben Trill and Pyrex and all the brands came out. They did the same thing. Hood by Air, it all
Hood
looked
by
the
Air,
same.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then A$AP Rocky got mad and it was like, I started this, and they just jack each other.
They're having a fashion war.
Yeah,
he's having a fashion war. All right, we're gonna cut to a break. We're gonna play a video. Shout out to Dream ENT. They also gonna be on the Up in Smoke visual mixtape inspired by the color green. We're gonna be dropping that. It's called Back Pockets. Check this video out, because when you hear the title, and this is how I feel, because I literally had to go through submissions to see this. So there was a ton we had to throw out. When I heard the name, I thought this was gonna be typical throw money in the air type video. So I was like, I'm not sure if this is gonna make the cut. But you're gonna check it out. It's cool. I like the way the director went about saying as far as filming the video. I like the edit. It's a cool song too. So check out Back Pockets. They're gonna be on the mix as well. So check them out. Cash Color Canvas, a high level of conversation. We're gonna be right back with Joshua Brown. Shout out to Uncle Dudes. Shout out to Bake Nation. All right, what's up? We back. It's Cash Color Canvas podcast, a higher level of conversation on live hiphopdaily.tv. With my man Joshua Brown here with the Big October. Hey, so we off air, we were talking briefly about his marketing, or the marketing strategy for the brand, and some of the things that they're using, especially social media. Like you were praising Snapchat. Like, why do you feel Snapchat is the go-to app, I guess?
Please explain that.
basically, for my generation, it works. Like, I can't use Twitter right now. Back in 2012, Twitter worked, but I mean that's like that's a different generation. The new generation is using Snapchat right now, and I see it because I get more replies and responses on Snapchat than I do on Twitter, and I get views, I get sales, I get more sales on Snapchat than I do on Twitter.
So when you use go ahead.
You can't really say that because the reason why you get people on Snapchat because it's live. But say I don't see your Snapchat.
I was just saying that.
On Twitter, there's a link where I could click. Snapchat has no link where you can bounce me to wherever you're selling.
They don't, not yet.
Right. I mean, what I'm saying is Twitter, their platform is way better. Like, Twitter is official when it comes to the platform. Like, it's official.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is it's not popular. It's like fashion. Like, we're not wearing Jabos.
Twitter's Jabos with the straps.
But Snapchat.
But you know what? If you made a dope song, if you made a dope whatever you're into, and had Jabos on, Jabos would be popping again.
Don't make Jabos popping no more, bro. Don't bring that back. Don't bring that back.
I mean, when Yo Gotti
better than Levi's.
When Yo Gotti did, down in the DM, what did he say? He didn't say Twitter.
He didn't. He said
Snapchat.
He did. He said Snapchat me.
What he said?
He said Snapchat me them goodies. He didn't say DM. He didn't say.
Yeah, it's popularity. It's just.
That's crazy.
So, or he didn't say Facebook.
Facebook me that.
Facebook is like.
Because when you think Facebook, you think family and shit. Like, I wish you would.
Right, but I'm saying it's just popularity. They're beating them because you have my mom's on there now. You have 50-year-olds on there now. 80, my grandpa. So it's like
you make sure you don't motherfucking post on Facebook because the family's there. You go post on Snapchat. That's why Snapchat is more popular.
It's just the youth. I guess how about this? The way I'm looking at it is my target market is from 15 to like 30, and I feel like the youth, is on Snapchat. I'm not really looking for 60 million people.
Yeah.
I only need about 10% of them.
Hey, I remember when MySpace was jumping. You know what I'm saying? Like legitimately, I wish man, I was the king of MySpace when it came to promotion. I don't know how we used to do it back then. Like, it seems to me so slow when you look at stuff, how as far as information comes through right now. You be on MySpace, and I was just saying that even offline. Back then, even going up until 2010, like we mentioned with Twitter was so new, 2010 through 2012. It was so new that you could literally say if you was a rapper or you was a writer or something like that, or a publicist, you could literally at somebody on Twitter. Go to their bio, send the email, and they would literally post that joint. They would post that joint that night. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would see that consistently happen. Nowadays, I think, and really because of so many apps, you know what I'm saying? You got, Snapchat, your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram. It takes you forever to get in contact with somebody. That's weird. You know what I'm saying? As much now we have more contact. Like, I can see what you're doing. You put your location on. I know where you at. You know what I'm saying? Like, you tweeting about how you like it or don't like it. Then you put it on Facebook and letting everybody else know how you don't like it or liked it.
Right.
I know so much more about you, but it's actually harder to get in touch with you. It's weird. I just dropped a deep bomb. To be honest with y'all. Think about that. It's too. Think about that, man. So like you say, Snapchat for you and for your base works perfectly.
Right.
Okay, that's what it is, man. So when you use this, it's primarily like just with you showing off and taking off with the brand.
Right. Yeah. I just snap, whatever just came out and new releases, maybe some behind the scenes of a photo shoot.
Grassroots it.
But yeah, basically, yeah.
That's what it is. So what's coming up next?
We're about to release that spring women's collection. shouts out to my cousins, that's helping me with that, for the women's collection. But like that's exclusive, I was doing unisex, for a minute, but I'm just like, all right, let's just actually push, to the women's.
Let's do something for the ladies.
Yeah.
Got it, man. So that's the spring line. Are y'all gonna be at South by Southwest by any chance? You gonna be promoting down there?
Well, I did South by Southwest before. I had a booth there. It wasn't really worth it. I feel like South by Southwest is good if you're in music. Like if you rap or sing, go ahead. But fashion wise, I didn't really see anything.
Bro, you need to hit some of these rappers up here in Atlanta with some shirts. You know what I'm saying? Get them to wear them joints when they
wear. Yeah, I did. What's his name? The guy from Block and Roll. One of the guys from Block and Roll. I had him wear a shirt that year. Yeah. Oh, Jay Rich, ENT from Block and Roll. He did South by Southwest for us.
That's what's up.
Actually, Chilio was like, he wore like he was like in the same group, because Jay Rich came to me and he was just like, hey, I'm going to South by Southwest. I got Chilio, I got this and this and this with me. You trying to get in on it? I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, that was a cool experience.
That's what it is, man. All right, for everybody who's watching, where could they find the clothes at? Where could they get some more information about you at?
Basically, go to thebigoctober.com. You can find the hat I have on and the shirt I have on at that website. And follow us on Snapchat and Instagram at thebigoctober. And that's it.
Hopefully I'm going to go get me a shirt one day, man. Thought you was going to bring me by one. I'm playing with you, though.
Hey, stay woke.
Well, I appreciate your time, man. That's it for everybody. You know what it is, Cash Color Canvas, a high level of conversation. Next week, we're going to have my man Willie Joe in the seat. We're going to be talking about that Bay Area music. I know he's going to talk about his new music. I'm pretty sure Will's going to be at South by Southwest, but we're going to crunch it all in. So check us out next week, Tuesdays always, 9 p.m. always, livehiphopdaily.tv always, Cash Color Canvas podcast. Thank you again, Josh, for coming through, man.
Appreciate you.
Thank you again, man. So shout us out, shout out and check us out next week. Cash Color Canvas, high conversation, look at me. Cut.